The following program was recorded at ARC Advisory Group's annual World Industry Forum in Orlando, Florida. I'm pleased to welcome Editor-in-Chief of Supply Chain Brain, Russell Goodman.
The importance of MES to supply chain management. Joining us to talk about that topic today is Constantino Seixas, Chief Technology Officer at Accenture Automation. Constantino, welcome.
Thank you, Russell.
What do you think are the primary challenges in supply chain management today?
Synchronize the supply chain is a very complex task. In reality, we can have different types of processes inside the same company. I can have a batch process and sometimes continuous and manufacturing. To synchronize everything is very complex. Another thing is that you needed to make integration of information real time, and we can have very heterogeneous environments, different DCSs, SCADA systems, PLCs. You need to gather data and to collect everything, to synchronize, and give just a single vision of the whole business.
Well, now let's talk about the importance of MES to integrating the supply chain. What is that?
Well, MES, it's a kind of glue that connects all the components of that solution. First you need to integrate vertically the plant, that means the business, ERP, with the plant floor. And second, horizontally across the whole production chain or supply chain. What we call production chain when we have all the components like the assets and the raw materials inside the same company, like in a mining process. You can imagine in the mining, we can have the mine itself where we have a process like truck dispatching, we have drilling, blasting, transportation. After we have a concentration plant, after we have railroad, and finally the port. Those are completely different processes. And you need to understand what are the bottlenecks and eliminate those bottlenecks and inefficiencies. So MES has this capability. MES gives you a single vision of the truth and gives you that information in real time. This is a very important point. So you can not only react to the information, but you can anticipate your actions based on that.
Constantino, in order to accomplish these very important tasks that you just outlined, what are the characteristics that an MES must have?
First thing, the MES should be a multi-site MES. And this characteristic is very difficult to find in the market. Most of the applications are conceived for a single plant. And in a complex environment, we needed to synchronize everything. So I cannot have one MES for part of our plant, another MES for a different supplier specialized on a second part of our plant. I need to have just one single application. I need to have a master data repository for the whole thing. Can you imagine, for instance, to have different passwords if you are in plant 1 or plant 2 of the same company? I want to have just one password for everything. Okay. Second thing is that you have some functionalities that are important across the whole production chain. Functionalities like tracking, they are very difficult to implement. Why? Because you need information from every part of your business. You have another functionality like downtime management that is just a repetition. You have downtime management for factory 1, factory 2, factory 3, and you can just have a single code to implement all of that. And you have some specificities in your process that are functionalities dedicated to just one part of your plant. So to orchestrate all of that is the task of MES.
Describe for us, if you will, the importance of models when it comes to building the right kind of MES for a supply chain.
Models are of fundamental importance. Why? Because models reflect your understanding about that specific type of business. You need lots of knowledge about mining or metals if you wanted to implement MES for a steel company. You need to understand how that business works. And that means to know about ERP and to know about the process itself. And it takes a long time to understand about a mining process or a metal process. Perhaps it takes 10 years of experience, 20 years of experience.
Do you find that there's a standard model for each segment in an international operation?
Unfortunately, there is no such a standard. In reality, we developed models for each type of industry. So you have a model for utilities, we have another model for mining, another one for metals, another one for CPG, and so on. And this is based in Accenture's experience implementing ERPs. So you understand the business, you understand the process, and you can put both together.
Final question for you, Constantino. What would be the message or the takeaway that you would like to leave with the viewer today?
If you want really to eliminate bottlenecks and improve the efficiency of your process, you need MES. And today, you have this technology available. And for the first time, we have people, methodology, and technology to accomplish this task. The first thing to do is to develop what we call the master plan or perhaps the global MES template. And after that, you can begin the implementation.
Well, it's been valuable information, Constantino. Thank you very much for meeting with us today.
You are welcome, Russell.
It's Constantino Seixas, Accenture Automation. He was speaking with us today about the importance of MES in supply chain management. Thank you for watching.